All right. Okay. Christopher Lloyd. Question un.
Who is the best wide receiver in the NFC?
Well, CeeDee Lamb was the best last year. I know I'm on Raw St. Brown's like, hey, over here.
I've not heard my name yet here. The one I'm thinking of yet.
Well, let's try to see if I'm forgetting someone here.
I think you are.
It's not Ram, is it?
No.
Okay. Wait, an NFC receiver? Big name am I forgetting? I would say, without knowing the name Jason's talking about, look, I got a default. He had such a wonderful year last year. It doesn't feel right to say this person, but I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna say CeeDee Lamb.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I want to know who you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of a guy who doesn't probably have the same quarterback anymore, but Justin Jefferson's unreal.
He is.
I think, CeeDee Lamb's got a better QB, and that shouldn't penalize him. I think there's other guys that have better, but Jefferson's
okay. So
ridiculous.
You wrote the questions. So let me go to. Is this like if I could draft for this season any wide receiver and put them on my favorite team, who would it be? Or is this who do I think is going to have the best year?
Oh, you know what? I was just thinking who, like, if because we had the NFC wide receivers lined up.
Yeah.
And you're at the part, like, I need a wide receiver.
Okay.
Who am I taking?
Okay. All right. Okay. I agree with you on Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Those other guys had better seasons.
I do. Yeah. No, I in that context, I do. I agree with you on Justin Jefferson. He's arguably the best receiver in the NFL. He's such a stud. And it's going to.
Yeah, but statistically or fantasy wise, yeah, I mean, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He just won't. He's not going to. Let's put it this way: trade Brandon Aiyuk for Justin Jefferson, put him on the Niners, and see you later, Skater. Question D.
Who is the best wide receiver in the AFC?
Okay, so the answer is probably Tyreek Hill. But this kind of goes back to the Justin Jefferson thing. God, I want to pick Devontae Adams so bad. I really do. There's no way he's going to have the year Tyreek Hill would have if both are healthy, just because of the systems. And I get that Devontae's getting a teensy bit long in the tooth. He's so flipping good though, he's so good that I almost don't want him on the Raiders because I want him to finish his career and on some team where he's going to not toil in obscurity catching balls from Gardner Minshew. But it's Tyreek Hill. It's that close. And then, with what they've got in Miami. In fact, his worst enemy is that they just have so many weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought of Adams. I thought of Jamar Chase, but I wrote down Tyreek Hill.
Jamar Chase, by the way, who may or may not, it sounds like it's leaning towards he's not playing in week 1. So yike, by the way. Just one yike, though.
Yeah, not yikes. Just yike.
Number 3.
Who is the best wide receiver on the San Francisco 49ers?
Well, I know who the toughest one is.
Yeah.
Shout out Ricky Pearsall. This is actually a really hard question.
It is.
It really is. Because I can make an argument for 3 people. I really can. I can make an argument. Look what Brandon Aiyuk did. He is a true blue receiver. He is your threat. He is your guy. But wait a minute. But Deebo Samuel is a hybrid. And Deebo is not only going to catch the ball, but he's going to break some fools on the way to doing it. And also you can put him in the backfield. You can also make an argument that George Kittle is the best receiver in the sense of what he does for the club as well. But now I'm factoring in his blocking and all the other stuff.
How about a 4th one?
Juwan Jennings.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. No, you could.
I mean, I think, and Papa's even said this on the show before. He's like, literally, I think if he just played receiver, he'd be great.
I maybe I'm just being a little simplistic, but I feel like he would be by the way, this is really good, but he'd be like a better Wes Welker.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is 100% a slot guy to me. And that's great.
Yeah. But I did not consider
No. all considered, I'm going to take Deebo. I'm going to take Deebo because he's a Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
What he does after the catch, it's tough, but I think it's Deebo.
Yeah, in the classic terms of wide receiver, it's Aiyuk, I think, but I wrote Deebo as well. Just what he is capable of doing. He is a very good receiver.
Yes.
But the fact that, to throw him back there as a running back and get you those big yards, catch out of the backfield, fly sweeps, all those things. Yeah, I just, maybe that's not following the true definition, but he's listed as a wide receiver, so I would take Deebo.
Number 4.
Who is your favorite all-time wide receiver?
I am contractually obligated, and it's the truth. Can I amend the question because it's too easy? Like, it's Jerry Rice.
For you?
For me, it's Jerry Rice, but I almost want to take him off the table.
Okay.
Because then it's like, okay, Jerry Rice next.
Carmichael Dave. Who is your second favorite all-time wide receiver?
Probably Randy Moss, dude. Randy Moss is just so good. He was so flipping good. Terrell Owens has an argument to me. And again, it's favorite. It's not best. But God, they've made up a verb. You got Moss.
Yeah.
He was such a stud. But yeah, it's Jerry Rice for me.
Mine's going to be a weird answer because, it's not. I mean, Rice is incredible. Is the best, and I was a big fan of Tim Brown.
Yeah,
I just like Tim Brown a lot.
Love Tim Brown.
But it's a lot of this, like you form, like when you think of favorites, it's like we talk a lot about Dave when you're kind of just getting started. You like Will Clark for you, like love baseball.
Absolutely.
You love Will Clark. So as a kid growing up watching football, and the Chargers of all teams had Eric Coryell, but this guy John Jefferson, that every highlight I ever saw. It was always this diving catch. It was kind of like in tennis. I love Boris Becker.
Yeah.
He would dive for everything. There was something. And then when you're a kid, you're like, hey, John Jefferson, you like throw the ball to yourself. You pretend like you're diving everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed like and maybe he had like 5 of them.
Right.
But in my mind, he had 7,000 of these diving catches.
So he was kind of like your early eras, Odell Beckham Jr. a little bit.
Like Beckham has some of the greatest catches ever. But then you go, he's a nice receiver.
Yeah.
But like to someone, they're like, I want to be Beckham. So,
John Jefferson not related to Justin Jefferson.
I don't believe so.
So
he wore goggles too.
John, that actually makes him better, in my opinion. If you're wearing goggles,
I don't even know if you remember him. Do you even remember him?
I don't.
Yeah,
I do not.
I'm gonna find a highlight reel and see if this is even true in my head.
John Jefferson is to Odell Beckham Jr. is to Jim Edmonds.
Yeah,
different sports.
Yeah,
same idea.
Right.
We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, or in the cases.